understood every art primarily as a skill or craft and ultimately as a service to fellow creatures and to God. An artist's first duty, according to this view, is technical. It is assumed that one will have talents, materials, subjects, perhaps even genius or inspiration or vision, but these are traditionally understood not as personal properties with which one may do as one chooses, but as gifts of God or nature that must be honored in use. So if we don't use these materials properly and respect them, we are dishonoring God or nature.
We're trying to show the dichotomy between the establishment, which is a rule-following, regimented sort of approach to everything about life, including design, and the reaction to that, which was the hippie movement, which is all about breaking the rules and bending the rules and sort of getting back to nature and Mother Earth.
For me as a student, I would say that the hands-on experience has really been a great benefit. Working with wood, disassembling pallets, using a Sawzall, which is a little intimidating at first, but after learning how to use it safely, it's definitely a confidence builder. I think that following through in the process from last semester, where we, on paper and on the computer, designed what we're constructing this semester. It's interesting to see how our designs have evolved as we've learned a little more about building, and how we've had to adjust or adapt for different reasons. So it's interesting to see the process and how things evolve.
Well, I hope they become resourceful and realize that being resourceful has its advantages, whether it's collecting materials or learning to appreciate the inherent qualities of materials. Obviously, we want them to understand and begin to apply and take home and carry on some of the construction techniques and using tools effectively and safely. The greatest benefit is trying to see the exhibit come together slowly, but on the whole, together, rather than seeing it in bits and pieces scattered throughout the campus. Here we have height, we have space, we have most, if not all, the materials and tools that we need at our disposal, and if we want to show students something, we can just walk over, grab a piece of material that we're interested in using, and put it together, and really illustrate what we're trying to say with words, rather than just use words.
So there are the two halves of the exhibit. So the entrance half was pretty much anything goes in terms of native, non-native. So we were able to broaden our palette, use some plants that we haven't used in the past, things that are very rigid and stiff, very formal. So prickly things like mahonias and hollies, evergreens, a lot of bold textures. And the Haven is a much more relaxed atmosphere, so plants everywhere, spilling all over. A lot of edible things, so food foraging, native plants, lots of different textures.
So the goal of the exhibit, at least with the plant-wise, has a lot to do with showing the big change between rusty steel and urban environments versus nature and how things used to be. we are featuring a lot of edible native plants as well as planting native plants in general, just to show the origin of things and how it used to be.
Through volunteering at the greenhouse, I get to learn more about the plants, the kind of conditions that they require. Plus, as a student in the landscape architecture program, I get to learn about all the design aspect of the show.
There is no material or subject in creation that in using we are excused from using well. There is no work in which we are excused from being able and responsible artists. So make sure you're using our materials well and respecting them as much as possible.
For more information, visit ambler.temple.edu or tyler.temple.edu/programs/landscape, architecture, horticulture.